What's up, HyperFast Nation? On today's episode, we are going to talk about morning routines for real estate agents. Stand by for this episode of the HyperFast Show. All right. Welcome back to the HyperFast Show. Today we're going to talk about morning routines. And this episode certainly is not meant to come off as some guru thing or to tell you you've got to wake up and do this chant and that chant and this meditation and then, the sauna, the cold plunge, all of that. We're not really going to weigh in on that stuff, but just rather look at how do you set up your mornings to have the most impactful day as a real estate agent to generate more business, close more deals. All right. I think the first thing that you need to realize is that a good morning as a real estate agent starts the night before. Okay. So I think you want to do a little bit of planning the night before. And, what I like to do is review my schedule, see what's up. Mentally think about the things that I need to do, right? Whether it's a meeting with an agent, creating content, client meeting, all right? So review your schedule. Hopefully you guys are using a schedule like iCalendar or Outlook or something like that, but review your schedule the night before. And then I like to also get out pen and paper. You see I'm holding it up here, right? Get out a pen and paper and make an actual list of the important things that you need to accomplish the next day. All right. I think when you do this, a couple different things happen. I think one, it starts to ingrain it in your body that these important things are going to get done, right? Whether it's follow up with a really big important lead or plan some client or agent event, right? Or, start some new marketing program. Just the physical act of using the pen on paper is going to make it seem more real for your body, and it's really the first step to making that happen. I think the other thing that happens too is it actually allows you to sleep better. All right, because I don't know if some of you are like me, but when I don't do this, what happens is, I'm in bed, I think of things that I need to get done, I get nervous, I'll wake up, I'll make a note on my phone, or and I'll just have anxiety about it, right? And so then I don't get effective sleep. So I think the night before, just to recap, look at your schedule and write out the big things that you need to tackle, right? And then tackle those things early on in the day. Ideally, you'll get the most important parts of your day, your business, done before 11 o'clock. And that's going to leave you with, time for the lunch meeting, the coffee meeting, the client things that pop up, right? But I think you really want to attack those important things early. And for me, and I think a lot of agents are going to, feel the same way. Those kind of must-haves for me are to spend an hour on prospecting, right? An hour on follow-up with the existing pipeline, and an hour on marketing, okay? I also like to get some form of exercise in early in the morning. I used to be super heavy into Ironmans, triathlons, so I would, normally get two and a half hours in. In those days, I was waking up at 4 o'clock. I have more of a regular routine now, an hour total of cardio and lifting. So, I don't have to get up as early as I used to. I still like to get up before 6 o'clock. So, but I don't necessarily get the exercise in first. I like to wake up, have coffee, and really focus on that hour of marketing, creating content, planning, right? Whether it be creating buyer campaigns, seller campaigns, email marketing, short form posts, social media posts, or just a plan for the podcast, right? So I like to get a good hour of that creative time, which, if I could get that done in that first hour, that still gives me time to spend time with the kids when they wake up, help with breakfast, help with school, um, get an hour of working out in, and then I've completed one of my 3 hours plus time with family plus physical fitness. I've completed all of that, before, in most cases, before like 8:30, right? So now I have 2 hours, 2.5 hours left to get in those other 2 hours of things that I like to get done before 11, which is an hour of prospecting and an hour of follow up with with the existing pipeline. Okay, so I think that's for me, that kind of schedule. I know there's people that are probably more rigorous, get up at 4 or 5 um, and get even more done. But for me, that's a good balance. If you can, before 8 o'clock, get in an hour of marketing and content creation and kind of creative work, which I do first, and an hour of working out and time with the family, helping them get to school, right? That still gives me more than enough time to get prospecting done and pick up the phone and and outreach to new and existing clients, right? Which, unless I'm operating in a different time zone, I really can't do that before 9 o'clock anyway. So that is my routine, and then what I like about it is it leaves me time in the day. Let's say a coffee meeting popped up, a recruiting meeting popped up. I can, and I didn't get my full hour of, or a seller, reaches out, and maybe I didn't get my full hour of prospecting in that morning. Well, I still have space that I allocate in the second half of the day. This is the other part too, is you don't want to completely book yourself, right? I've heard other people in the past talk about, if you book 80%, that's really 100%. And without that, you'll miss things. Things will slide. You'll get burnt out. So just remember that, right? Leave yourself some room in the schedule. Okay. So just to recap, right? A great morning starts the night before with reviewing your schedule, with writing out the most important things that you want to tackle. Get up early. It doesn't have to be super early. If you have family commitments and things like that, I think getting an hour of creative work when you're not going to be able to prospect clients at 6 a.m. anyway, right? But you can do email marketing, work on marketing campaigns, content creation, planning, etc. Right? You can do all that, and then leave yourself family time, fitness time, and then you still can get 2 to 2.5, maybe even 3 hours of calling in with clients before 11 o'clock, right? So, and then make sure your day is not booked up 100%. I know sometimes that's going to be unavoidable, but if you can have a routine of booking 80% with some flex time, right? You're prospecting, like if your morning got slammed with offers, showings, etc., or meetings, right? You can move that hour of prospecting, or even hour of prospecting, hour follow-up to the afternoon. So have flexibility in your schedule, and give yourself grace in all of this. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the HyperFast Show. Please leave us some comments, leave us reviews, especially on iTunes. We love it when you do that. And thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time.